Now this came out about the same time. This was actually on Superior Lane. It's a little bit blurry there. It says, "Welcome to Anchorage, population stir crazy."
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
This is for at the time, for the context there, the kids had been out of school for a week. Some people had been out of work. You couldn't get out. The roads were clogged. We actually had a sunny day when he had put this up. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh.
All right, now here's my firstborn. Last year we covered the opening of the Spirit Halloween store at the old Giant and Bowie Plaza.
Oh yeah.
Or as the locals call Whitehall Plaza. And so sometimes I try to get some more humorous stuff. So my kids and I went down to the store, and this was my daughter kind of fooling around with the fake knife, just having some fun at there.
She's cute.
Thank you. She takes after her wife, or my wife. Now this one.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah. This one here is we were in Old Bowie for I think it was an Old Bowie festival last fall, and there's a blog out there called the Fail Blog, and the Fail Blog, they like to have pictures and videos of mistakes people make. It could be, sometimes they might have a video of a news anchor messing up, something that people find funny.
Yeah. And
so here I came across this car, and what's very hard to read in the picture is that it says, I'm going to refer to my notes here. It says theft deterrent system, or electronically protected by theft deterrent system, but then somebody left the keys in their car.
I love it.
The funnier thing that actually happened here is I'm walking by the car with my family. I said, "Oh, stop! Let's take a picture."
Yeah.
The owner's coming up behind me, and I didn't realize that. And they're like, "What the heck are you doing, taking a picture of my car?" But I thought this kind of fit into the theme of the Fail Blog, and I thought it was kind of funny.
I trust he laughed when you told him that.
Yeah, actually, they were approaching, and then I think they kind of slowed because they didn't know what to think of the bald guy with the camera.
Well, the bald guy with the camera saved their car from being stolen, I would think.
All right, this one I brought specially for you. I found this over in the A section. Everybody was tired of having or these people anyways, were tired of having the free papers in their driveway.
Yeah.
No free papers.
People don't normally pay any attention to, the drivers don't pay any attention to that. Well, they deliver them at night, they just fling them.
Sure, and what looks worse, a paper in your driveway or a couple of signs?
Well, my old premise had always been when I encountered people who were hostile about that, I said, for heaven's sakes, just go get it and put it in the trash. What's the big deal?
And you had some people that called up and were hostile?
Yeah.
All right, this one I thought was a little bit funny, in the kind of along the Fail Blog theme.
House?
You might not be able to read that, but the sign in the center says "Expert House Movers." So, and this is on near the corner of Route 450 and Route 193.
Okay.
And so I thought, well, expert house. It certainly doesn't look like they were expert house movers to me.
No, it doesn't.
And this has actually been there a long time. My wife knows a little bit about the backstory. I should have taken notes, but it's been there for several years. I think it's supposed to go on the Duval Mansion properties shortly.
Oh, is that right?
It's right near the property.
Huh. Oh, maybe that's a house they moved as well.
This was funny. This was in the Bowie Star Gazette. They had posted a story about an affordable house that had sold on the street. This is on 7th Street and Old Bowie. And this wasn't actually the house they featured. There was another house down the street, and they were mentioning how it was a short sale. And it was a fabulous house. It went for a great price. And I went there and I thought, I'll get a picture of that house since they didn't have a picture of it, and say here's what you can get for your money in Old Bowie. And then as I was driving down the street, I came across this other for sale sign on the same street where they have the $500,000 house.
Yeah.
Is this house here available for $70,000?
Wow.
So anyone that needs a house for $70,000,
there you go.
It was for sale in January. It may still be for sale now. The expectation is that you're going to take it down and put something up there.
I want to assume so.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. This one's very hard to read. I'm not because of the lighting from the picture I took. But this was a scoop that I had. You might recall last summer, Sarah Palin quit the governorship, and there was talk that she was going to be running for president.
Right.
And what this license plate says is First Dude, and everybody knows that the Todd Palin is First Dude.
Oh, First Dude. I thought it said something else.
So my scoop here is that yes, she is running for president, and that not only that, they bought a house in the W section, and they moved in, and Todd has vanity plates, Maryland vanity plates now. So now you know that Sarah Palin is in fact running for president because she's moving closer just to make it more convenient.
Boy, you're really scooping the papers, aren't you? Huh?
I've probably driven by this truck 100
First
times,
dude.
right around the corner from my house. Now here's something. This looks like an odd picture, but back in the December timeframe, December-January timeframe, the Mom's Organic Market or My Organic Market opened up in Hilltop. One of your favorite places, Hilltop Plaza.
Yeah.
And so I thought, okay, how am I going to? I wanted to cover it, but I thought, how do I cover it? So I thought, well, you know what? I'll do a little bit of investigative reporting, and I went and bought one of their pre-made sandwiches. And so what it actually says, it's called a buffalo wing sandwich.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. As I said in the blog, nothing ever clucked in that sandwich. There's no meat whatsoever. So I opened it up, and this is how it looks inside. So this is what you can get at Mom's Organic Market. You can get faux meat sandwiches called buffalo wing sandwiches.
Sake.
It was actually good. If you don't look at it, it tastes better. But it was actually.
You know, I had heard. Speaking of Mom's, I had heard that the owner was originally from Bowie. So I was going to ask him to come on the show. I thought that would be kind of interesting. So he leaves this number. You can call him. In the ads, you could call him directly, and then, of course, a week later, he returned the call. And he says, oh, no. He says, I'm originally from College Park. I says, okay, well, thank you anyway.
He was actually, they're kind of an interesting story. What I'd heard is that he had, in the garage, actually there's a garage, and his mother's garage in Beltsville was actually where he started the business. So,
is that right?
So at some point, his mother had moved to Beltsville, and he was operating the business out of there. He's got seven or more stores. I think Bowie might have been the 7th store. Okay. And they're very friendly, great people.
Oh yeah, I go in there. I buy their produce and other odds and ends. Also, there's some sort of a tie-in with Trader Joe's, which I didn't realize.
I think is there a tie-in with Trader Joe's? I thought that the trade-in is with Aldi and Trader Joe's actually. I think that I don't think there's any tie-in with Mom's and Trader Joe's that I'm aware of.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure about
Aldi's is a German company.
Aldi's. I actually did the research when Aldi's came to Bowie. Is that there's some discussion on the web about how if you live in a poor neighborhood, you get an Aldi's. If you live in a more wealthy or well-to-do neighborhood, you're going to get a Trader Joe's. And some people claim that they're actually the same company. But when I did the research on the web, it turns out that the Aldi's there were actually two brothers from the early 1900s. They started the store in Germany. It's a German store. Yeah. And at some point, the brothers had a disagreement. I think during the 60s or 70s, and they became Aldi North and Aldi South.
I'll be darned.
And so the two brothers split, but they still maintained the product line. Because Aldi's creates their own products. They have their own product lines, their own brands, and the brother or the family that owned the Aldi South, they're the people that actually bought Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay.
And so there's and Aldi South I think is more international. They go to more countries.
I love the store. When we lived in Scotland, there were two of them in the city of Edinburgh, and they were well patronized.
I think around here, I think my wife described it as either you love it or you hate it.
I've heard that. Yeah, people are confused about the layout, which is kind of a challenge. And for some reason or other, they're obsessed with the 25-cent carts. If they ever go to Europe, they better get used to it because that's all they have over there.
I think my wife, I recall going through the parking lot and seeing a mother with her daughter and saying, "Oh, here's a cart. Bring that back and get an extra quarter." So for some people, it's an adventure. All right, now this is the Northview Fire Station. I don't know if you've seen this.
No.
But this is part of the Prince George's County Arts and Public Places. They sponsor putting artwork in any new public building. I think they allocate as much as 10% of the cost of the building to the arts for the building.
Really?
And so in this case, there was a woman named Cheryl Foster who put together this glass mosaic. Uh-huh. And matter of fact, she does quite a few things in the public space, and she has a few items over at National Harbor.
Oh, really?
And she actually got a lot of people from the Bowie Senior Center to help with placing the glass in there. So even though she designed it and laid it out, when they brought it here, she had a lot of help putting the pieces together.
Nice. That's nice.
If you zoom in, there's different icons of Bowie. You'll see things like the horses, the Bel Air stables, the ice skating rink. And she wanted the people to be representative of the community.
Right. And
the girl in there actually is a girl from that Cheryl Foster said inspired her. She's a girl from Rockledge Elementary School. Oh.